Greetings, this is Pink Frog Yellow Boots from Behavior, working towards achieving holistic health for everybody. We hear a lot about anxiety and depression. There is a variant to it that exists that we call high functional anxiety and depression. These two can coexist or they may be individually present in people. When we speak of high functional anxiety and depression, we are speaking about a state where a person is functionally all right, but is internally suffering. When we speak of high functional anxiety and depression, we are speaking of people when we speak who are having amazing relationships, achieving their professional goals, having amazing scores on the report card if they are studying, making amazing results come out of projects they take over. Technically speaking, they are the people we look up to. They are the people we would call overachievers, perfectionists, or people who are doing the best in things that is above average. But internally, speaking of anxiety, they are always on a go. They are always restless. They are always worried about how the next thing would happen. They are not at peace until they have achieved, and they are always in a rush to achieve the next thing. And when we speak of depression, we are speaking of people who always feel helpless, who are always feeling a sense of deficiency even after achieving everything, even after doing things to perfection. When we speak of this, we are speaking about high functional anxiety and depression. It has been seen to be present in a lot of people, but detected in very few, because it doesn't show external symptoms as they are stated to diagnose anxiety and depression, as it is not causing a functional impairment in the person, but internally they are troubled, internally they are not at peace, internally they don't find contentment, happiness. They are always in a rush, they are always feeling incomplete, they are always troubled. These could be people who are doing the best in everything, yet you find them not being happy, not being content, not being in a space where is peace. They might also be people who do not want to get indulged into social events to avoid mingling with people, but they don't want to stay by themselves because it's too hectic to face all the overwhelming things happening in their brain. A lot of time when we speak of high functional anxiety and depression, we are speaking about people who might be working on an autopilot where they are functioning because that is the only thing that is helping them to keep up with the mental chaos they are facing. Al- Also, when high functional anxiety and depression goes without being detected, it results into chronic illnesses. It may cause internal inflammation, which might result into swellings, aches, and pains. It impacts the immune system to a very large extent, also may result in cardiovascular diseases, impact the digestive system, have impact on respiration, or might lead them to turn towards addiction. These could be substance abuse or sexual abuse of themselves just to find a deviation from what is happening inside them. A lot of time, people themselves might not be able to detect that they are high functional in their things because internally they are suffering from chaos that is led by anxiety or depression. These might be a completely medical condition, a comorbid condition out of other diseases or mental situation or illnesses. Thus, it is important to figure out what it is. Professional help is available, and high functional anxiety and depression is treatable. Both psychotherapy and medication together have proved to have a major impact on curing high functional anxiety and depression, like normal anxiety and depression. It is important that people pay attention to their own health and seek a place where they are not just living but thriving in their life. High functional anxiety and depression may cause a lot more damage than general anxiety and depression, because when it is general, it is visible to people, help is easily available. But when it is high functional, it becomes difficult to detect, and yet it is causing a ruckus in yourself. Your mental health is a major part of your life, and it impacts every area of your life. If there is something that is bothering, if there is something that is not letting you have a happy life, a peaceful life, a content life, it is important it is paid attention to. It is important that it is figured out what it is, and we come back to a place of peace, happiness, and contentment. Have a nice week ahead. Stay happy and healthy.